And welcome into Snapchat Society. Life is here. Morning, everyone. Morning, Goat. Morning, Stevie.
Morning.
How are you?
Morning. Good morning.
Big show. Massive show ahead.
It's a massive show.
We've got a lot to break down. Wildcard
Yeah.
weekend. Done and dusted. Divisional's
What
coming
happened?
up.
There's a lot that's happened, but we'll get through it.
We will get through it. We will get
Let's,
through it.
let's see who takes home the takes home all the Infinity Stones and wins the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
What do you got there, buddy?
Just the Gauncy Warnsy. Just the Gauncy
For those that don't know, when you win, when you win
comes
our
through
league,
the microphone, scared the shit out of me. I will.
win our league, you get the Thanos gauntlet for the year. So that's our trophy.
We are Infinity Stones.
I think that gauntlet's seen some things in its time.
It certainly has. I was going to say even more things sitting on my on my stand in my bedroom.
Yeah, right.
And back to regular programming here. Oh dear, yeah, fantastic. Going to see you putting together your spreadies. You're getting ready for draft season. It's going to. We're getting ready. It's going to be a big off season of news and breaking down what's happening. Before we roll through, it's actually the big news. Actually, this morning.
Speaking of draft season.
Dante Moore, Oregon quarterback, would have been quarterback 2 off the board in the draft. Going back to college.
Yeah.
Nil has changed the game. Nil has absolutely obliterated the game. They're not desperate to leave college anymore and go to a place that maybe they won't be successful at. He's, QB 2 off the board, but I don't even know who would have taken him. Maybe the Jets. Jets would have taken him.
And that's, look, you know what we say, that's probably why he's gone back. Nobody wants to play for the Jets. But saying that, Mendoza is probably going to get snaffled up now.
Yeah, he'll go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders will take him.
But how's that draft class for next year? That QB draft class next year? You've got Dante Moore, Arch Manning. Julian Saint? There's some big names there.
Lenore Sellers coming out. He'll come out next year, I think, too, from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Dual threat quarterback.
Is DJ
this year?
Is it DJ Lagway?
DJ Lagway will be next year as well from Florida. Yeah.
So you've got
or he'll be a junior next year. So he could come out if he wants to.
Yeah. But again, Neil changing the game. We'll see.
Neil is changing the game. But yeah, I think that might be the thinking, as we spoke about just pre-show, is instead of going to the Jets, instead of going to a Raiders, if you did go QB1, you're going to go in a deeper quarterback class. People aren't always going to need quarterback in the first round. So if you're QB4, QB5 off the board in a decent draft rather than being QB2 in a skinny, very shallow draft, instead of going to the Jets, you might end up at I don't know, let's say, you go and pick 20 to a team that's decent and has some bones and maybe has an offensive line.
Yeah.
So
saying that,
I
think that probably means if we're talking fantasy, dynasty, all that sorts of stuff, go and grab QBs if they're laying around and if it's still open. I know it's off season, but I think there might be a bit of a merry-go-round carousel for this season. I think a lot of teams will just inject someone in for a year.
1-year rentals.
And understand that they're going to tank. I think we're going to see some real tankers next year, obviously. Yeah.
100%. Well, gentlemen, we've got something special for you.
Oh, whacking day, oh, whacking day, our Saints skull cracking day.
Oh.
We'll pulverize.
Whacking day. We're going to go through the wildcard slate, and I thought I'd just add in a bit of whacking day because there's a few blokes that maybe deserve a couple of whacks here or there. And we can lay out a couple of whacks, and we can put our couple of hands up if we have to, and take our whacks if we have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
going through. We'll go through. Yeah, we'll break down each game. I think
Yep.
like
Might as well break them
decent-ish
down,
in terms of predictions. Like Stevie fought back. Stevie got back to 500 on the weekend. He got 3 out of 6. I
went a bit
4
rogue.
out of 6, and Goaty Boy went 5 out of 6. So
Yep.
decent weekend from the lads in terms of the tipping. But let's start with the very beginning. Rams and Panthers. Maybe I'll throw to you, Goat. You said you believed.
I did.
Yeah, you said you believed. People laughed at you because you believed.
Look,
and they nearly did it.
I think at the end of the day, there was a pretty. You'd have to say it was a pretty solid performance from the Panthers. I think if anything, they had an opportunity, like a real opportunity. Their defense really played them back into the match. You'd have to say that. And our man Bryce didn't look out of place in playoffs.
Nah,
I don't think he looked out of place, and he had his opportunities, and he made some big throws. He also had some that were called back. He had some flags, but yeah, look, 34-31 obviously is probably not what you want to do against the Rams. You don't want to get into a shootout because the Rams tend to always win those games. They've just got some heavy firepower, and we learnt that Devontae Adams said that in the last huddle, Stafford said to the boys, "Let's go and rip their effing heart out."
Snatch their hearts, man.
So, and that's what he did. So you can't do much about that. But yeah, Puka did Puka things and had 100 yards, another touchdown. Devontae was a welcomed back in.
You could see his presence.
Yeah, and it meant that you couldn't just double Puka. You can't just double Puka. But saying that, look, I think we saw, in my opinion, a bit of an emergence of some talent there at the Panthers. I think Jalen Coker. That's right. If you're gonna park yourself on Tet, you've got someone underneath who's gonna make some catches. He made some big catches. He had
9 catches,
yards.
134 yards, and a touchdown.
Go.
And that touchdown catch was nice.
Yeah. Chuba saw the bulk of the carries on the goal line. Ran a couple in. I think Bryce had about 250 yards or something like that. He had a pretty good day. He missed a couple of throws, but that's expected because they had to sort of start to move a little bit. But overall, look, the team that we thought was going to win won.
Yeah.
But if the Panthers can get some pieces for next year and keep consolidating that offensive line, I don't think they're going to look out of place moving forward. And they've accepted Bryce's 5th-year option for his rookie contract, which I think is a positive thing. You want to run it back. Canales has got them moving.
They got some salary cap space for next year too, and they wouldn't mind bringing some. If you got a couple veteran pieces out there, could make a difference for 1 year while he's still on a rookie deal. Could be worthwhile.
I think they'll look to do that on the offensive line and defensive line. I think that's probably what they need. Yeah. But look, overall, it was a really good game. A great start to the Wildcard Weekend. Just back and forth. Solid game. And Rams now play the Bears, which we'll get into when we go through our slate predictions. But yeah, in terms of whacking day, I think I'm going to have to get this one out of the system. Rico Dowdle. We understand that you had an opportunity and you rushed for 1,000 yards and you did really well. But when presented again with another opportunity, it just kind of dwindled down and you didn't rush for over 10 yards and someone presented that information to you over Twitter, which you did not like. And then at the end of the game, he said that he wants to get out of there and go play for a team that's going to give him the bulk of the carries. It's a 10 game, Rico. You 10 made the playoffs.
Just go back and
take your medicine.
Take your medicine, I reckon.
Chuba took it on the he took it on the chin when he needed to sit on the vine.
That's right. Chuba said, "Hooba booba blooba, I'm Chuba, and I'm going to be back."
Quick little sidebar there, just on the topic of Twitter. Jump on, if you are on X, make sure you give our account. It was just freshly launched last night. It had to be called Snap Count on X. So if you do type in Snap Count Society, it should come up, but at Snap Count on X, because Snap Count Society was too long, boys. Missed it by one letter. Make sure you give it a follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with that. That whack is warranted. 5 carries for 9 yards is you're not going to get it done, and then to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say you want out.
Yeah, and most importantly, those that like, if anybody had him for his overs unders for 20 yards or so, like it seems that Rico's cost. It seems that Rico's cost a few out there in his time. So look, maybe take that and acknowledge that too, Rico. You couldn't get 20 yards in a few games in a row. Yeah.
Steve, are you ready for the next game? Ready for me to throw it to you?
Yep.
Green Bay 27, Chicago 31.
Yep. I think the easiest way to do this is you ask me questions and I'll answer them.
Okay. So at 20, like if a team giving up a 21-3 lead, who's responsible in this situation, do you think? Giving up a 21-3 lead. Are we giving credit to Chicago, or are we absolutely just blasting Green Bay?
Look, you got to give a bit of credit to Chicago.
Yeah.
There's
a little hand there, wasn't it?
They played, no, that's not a concession. No, look, they played well. In the second half when it was, but ultimately what I thought would happen did happen. I didn't think it'd be in that fashion. Like, they gave up a huge lead. So, look, Caleb made some throws and they came back and won. Really, there's not too much more. I mean, they played well. You have to play well to win Wildcard Week. But another team, collapses and they take advantage of it. So, I hate the Bears. I fucking hate everything about them. But yeah, like, you've got to give credit, I guess, where it's due.
Colson Loveland went off.
Colson went off. They're a good team. You're a product of your situation in this league. So, but he played well. Like, I'm not going to take that away. He made that throw on like 4th and 11. That was unbelievable. So, but yeah, well done to the Iceman for getting away with one yet again.
Wow, getting away. He's leading the league. He's leading the league in comebacks this year.
I've got a whack.
It's just another. I got fucking 10 whacks.
I've got a whack here.
Whack away. It's a whacking day.
DJ Moore. 6 catches, 64 yards, touchdown. Where was this during the fantasy season, you peanut?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
You killed me. DJ Moore in round 4 killed me.
Yeah. Round 4, sorry. DJ Moore. A staple. But yeah, like, it's, what do you want me to say? Like, they won. That's what I thought they would do.
Who you whacking? Like, who could you possibly whack?
I know there's an obvious whack there.
Yeah. Ben Johnson. Like, I think that's pretty classless, that shit at the end of the game. Like, if that's how you feel, keep that shit to yourself. And the handshake and just the behavior. Like, I personally don't like it.
The handshake probably need to be better. I think that probably need to be better. I think going into your locker room and being like fuck the pack, because like that game is like that. Like, Rodgers would run off the field and he'd be like, I fucking own you. I own you to the crowd.
Yeah, but that's a player. I'd be embarrassed if that was my coach. Like, Zach Taylor's a fuckstick, but if he behaved like that, I'd be so embarrassed. Like, your team has been dog shit for years upon years, and you had a good win. Like, congratulations, but like, it's not the fucking Super Bowl. Like, just get off the field and, So that's probably my only whack. I don't like them. I can't stand them. I can't stand Caleb Williams. Although he's probably proving me wrong in a sense that I probably didn't think he was this good.
Love.
What'd you think of him great in the Chiefs?
See, I don't mind that because it's a player. Like, I actually didn't mind that at all. What did I think of it? Yeah, it's a little bit
Zesty?
yeah, a little bit zesty. So yeah, it was very zesty. But he's a zesty operator. So I didn't mind his clap back on Lil Wayne either. But look, you know, they won. Where to for Green Bay? Like, they've collapsed both games against them. So
what are our thoughts on Jordan Love?
Had a hell of a game up to that point.
Yeah, I don't
time, didn't he?
Yeah,
seems to be though. Like,
yeah.
we're seeing that a lot. He had a hell of a game up to.
Yeah. Are we going to put any responsibility on Brandon McManus and 7 points left on the table?
That's what I mean. That's why
7 points. It's like not just you missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
I was about to whack Brandon McManus because
he deserves a whack.
I mean, like, it's not. I don't want to. I'm not taking anything away from the Bears. Like, they managed to get it done, and good teams find a way to win. But that's just yet another team that's just collapsed. And you know, the kicker fucking fucks it. Like, it's
3 missed kicks.
Just a disaster. So
there's that kid that was from Vanderbilt this year that kicked for $500,000 or $1 million with Pat McAfee.
yeah,
Get him on the Packers. He probably makes that kick. Like, what's going on?
I'm loving all the Brandon McManus reels and stuff though.
Yeah.
Like, he's missed. It's so good. So
we saw a bit of
good.
research. We saw a little Matthew Golden. You know.
Yeah.
There was a man who wrote off his career.
Yeah, he said, like, after one season, just said, "Hey, mate."
Who wrote him off?
There was a man that I'll
do it. I'll get it out there.
What do you think happens we've got like 5 receivers that are like, because Wicks didn't play, but you got Watson, Reed, Golden, Dubs. Does one of them get traded this offseason?
What about your man?
Does it Watson or Wicks?
Wicks.
I wouldn't mind. Like, if one of them went to the Steelers, like, I wouldn't mind that. Like,
No, I don't
I'd take
think
Christian
so.
Watson.
I don't think so. I think they're all part of a system.
Yeah.
I think they're all part of a system. I think if anything, they've got to decide whether they run it back with LaFleur, or LaFleur goes, actually, you know what? I want out of here. I want to start again. I want to start fresh.
Well, that's the discussion, isn't it? Because you've got one more year left on his deal, and they're trying to decide whether they extend him. But if you're not going to extend him now, you've got how many vacancies available right now? You don't want to miss the boat. If you're not going to extend him beyond next year, you'd probably get rid of him now, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And the other one is, I think they need to get someone in who can actually support Josh Jacobs, like take some carries away from him. Like, I know Emmanuel Wilson and Brooks and whatnot are there, but like, he looks so, well, maybe that's right. I just think he looked, he copped a lot of hits. He copped a lot of hits. He's had a lot of runs.
Yeah.
You know, 19 carries, 50 yards. Like, where it starts to get a bit. How long has he been in the? Like, he's 27, but he's had 7 years, so he'll be going into the 8th year next year.
He had a big workload of college too.
Yeah,
had a huge workload of college.
So I think they need to figure out what they're going to do. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well done, Bears. Congratulations.
Well done, Bears. Tippy cap.
Congratulations on beating the worst team. Anyway.
Oh, but la 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 la.
All right. Probably game of the week. Buffalo, 27. And Jags, 24. Some real good chance of this week, though. Gee whiz, they were very loud singing.
And you hold your head up high.
I like that.
I did too, but get out. You lost.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start with the recap, shall we?
Yeah. Buffalo Homelander. Just
The
put the cape on and flew around the
Homelander.
stadium.
Let me run through the receivers that he has to work with. Khalil Shakir.
I want a little bit of respect put on his name, to be honest. 12 of 12.
Yeah,
12
but hey,
catches,
I've been saying that for a long
yeah.
time. He's a fantastic
I
slot
want to put
man.
a bit of respect on him, but yep, carry
Brandon
on.
Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is a better pickup off the street,
Off
man.
the street.
Keon Coleman.
Healthy scratch last 3 weeks.
Yep.
But then had a
Gabe-
36-yard catch.
Gabe
Yep.
Davis,
Off the
ACL
street.
done.
Off the street as
Shavers.
well.
ACL, kept playing with an ACL. Curtis
That's a dog.
Samuel.
That's a dog right there.
Yeah, and Curtis Samuel. So Curtis Samuel will come in and take some reps next week. Then in the tight end area, we've got Dalton Kincaid, who, look, he's all right.
Yeah,
He's
not
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah, Dawson Knox, he's all right. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then James Cook. Then you've got Josh Allen.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
He just goes about it. He doesn't say anything about his organization. He doesn't complain about his coaches. He doesn't have a hand in who his coaches are or who his offensive coordinators are. He just plays.
I think that's pointed.
So
28 to 35, man.
28 to 35, 270, 11 carries, 33 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
With about 8
ground.
broken bones, I reckon.
Yeah. He was concussed. He had a broken fibula, a broken ankle. He had everything. Anyway, they got it done against this Jags team who looked fantastic again. Like Trevor looked pretty good. He had his moments where he looked like old Trevor. I don't know what happened. Maybe the lights got a bit too big. He had a couple bad interceptions. ETN looked really good. Like ETN actually looked really good. I'm surprised they didn't give him more of a workload.
Mate, they were gashing them in the run.
They were gashing them in the run. I don't know why they went away from it, but ETN was cooking them. So was Tootin. Parker Washington
Toot like 12 yards of carry, mate. Like 12, 13 yards of carry and ETN 6 yards of carry. Like,
yeah.
what?
Parker,
Yeah.
it looks like, well, what it looked like is they just said no intermediate throws. Like, let's make them either run it or like
Short
really
off.
short ones because Parker took off. Thomas had a touchdown. Well done, BTJ. Strange had like 2 catches for about 5 yards. It was just a real it was a strange operating kind of game up until about halftime.
It's a real head-to-head operation.
Yeah. But ultimately, like, I think the Jags will be back. I think they're still a good team. They just came up against a man who wants to get it done, who just wants to win.
Does he have the worst team in playoffs? Like
San Fran.
I mean,
San Fran the worst team.
I don't know.
Around Purdy with Kittle going out and whether Warner comes back in for the defense remains to be seen. Practice windows open. I think it's between out of the 8 teams left, it's them and San Fran that have.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think if they get like clearly they've got some big names on defense though. The Bills they do have like Poyer. Apparently Poyer's done. Is that right? Yeah, Poyer's done. So that's not going to help their cause. I think they've got a good system that can help them, but the only way they're going to make it is if they keep up with teams and explode on offense. And that's as you know, as easy as it can be done.
I think they're capable of doing it against Denver. We'll get to that with the slate, but
I don't know. We'll get to it in the slate, but they're going to have to get more out of James Cook if they're going to do that. I think Jags had a great game plan, bottle up the run and bottle up James Cook, which sort of went
works
well.
For most part.
Worked for most part, and then Josh just made some ridiculous throws, which you can't predict.
If he wins this Super Bowl, it would nearly be the most impressive thing I reckon I've ever seen.
Love me.
I don't know.
Love me.
I don't think he's going to get there, but it would be certainly impressive. But either way, he's certainly a monster, isn't he? In terms of whacking, who are we whacking from this game?
I don't think I'm whacking anyone.
No, I don't think I'm whacking anyone.
I think it was all relatively.
It was all about board.
Yeah, all about board in this game. I think, as I said, the Jags will be back. Jags have got a good team. We'll see what they do in the off season. Whether they bring back Parker, they bring back Etienne. So
Cam Little missed a fieldy, but I think he gets a pass knowing that he has the 2 longest field goals in history of the game.
Yeah,
and
he
he's a
probably made
rookie.
made some big ones through the year.
And he made some huge ones through the year, and he's a rookie. So I'm giving him a pass.
Yeah.
And Tyler Luke will be breathing a sigh of relief after Brandon McManus's effort, that's good to know because at least he's stopped copying abuse now.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
You take this one, Tommy. I've actually got. Yeah, you take this one, then I'll take the next one.
I'll rebound. I'll rebound off you, boy.
I've got
San Fran 23.
Here we go.
Question. He wants me to ask you, but you go through it first.
A fair question. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you go
basically, look, we predicted San Fran to get the win, didn't we? Because
we did.
I thought Hurts would fucking find a way.
No, I think that they've just.
we've
just seen. Well, we've just seen.
Like arse all year.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Like cheeks. They've just looked like cheeks, and they came into the game and continued to cheek it up.
Stinky cheeks too, not good cheeks.
Stinky cheeks. Saying that, this is probably the only game that I've actually seen them get the run game going. The Eagles, and they looked like they had it in control, and they had the run game going. And to the San Fran credit, they just said, "Hey, you know what? You might have the Saquon, but we've got a CMC." And CMC said, "I will win this game."
Yeah.
He just had some really big touches towards the end. I think Brock had some bad interceptions. Brack had some bad interceptions, but then just turned it on at the right time, made some big throws. Our man Robinson showed up. DeMarcus Robinson showed up, the former Rams player. Ho Jennings. He had his moments. Tonjes is going to need to stand up with.
I think Tonjes can stand up.
I think he can.
Yeah, he did it in the last few weeks when he was out. I think he's serviceable. Like, he didn't have a massive game when he came in, but he had a 14-yard catch that was pretty crucial time as well.
Yeah, Little unfortunately has gone down with an Achilles.
35 years old.
35.
32. I don't know who said that. He's 32.
He's 32.
Oh, no, Kelsey's 35.
He's 32. But if he's
32.
coming back...
he'll come back then. If he's 32, he comes back.
I think he'll do a lot more blocking next year coming off an Achilles, to be honest. I don't think he's going to get in and out. Will he be ready for round one? Probably. But I think they'll maybe...
Achilles? Fuck.
I reckon he'll be done for the year, man.
You reckon?
Yeah.
If anything, it'll be the back end.
Yeah, if he comes back, it'll be back for the home stretch.
Well, my bad. Whoever's got him, I'm sorry.
Dropping the waivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Dropping the waivers. But yeah, I think Tonjes can do it. Look, it's going to be really tough for San Fran to progress. But we can talk about San Fran when we get to the slate. Let's talk about the Eagles.
4 to 12 months, they said, and I reckon with him being that old,
4 to 12, such a large range.
I think it'll be like 9 to 12. Because they won't want to risk him. Because if he does it again, he's done.
Let's talk about the Eagles.
Yeah,
they've fired
Patullo,
the offensive coordinator. He's gone. So that's another one done. Jalen Hurts had a mediocre year by his standards. Absolutely. I think there's games where he turns into and explodes, and then all of a sudden it's like he space jams himself and then just sort of goes missing. Similar kind of game here. Like, Saquon was in and out injured this year. I don't understand. Like, the offensive line just didn't really connect and didn't look good. It's like when they had like a run pass option, and then they saw something, they couldn't slide the defense either way. They just continued to do, like, there was no option to actually change anything, any looks. So I don't know. Like, look, when I watched the game, that's what it looked like to me. Could be wrong. Yeah. I think in terms of receivers, you've got Slim Reaper, who, like, you can move forward with in the slot. He can play out wide. He can make big catches. Dallas, had another solid game. He's
Dale's had
someone.
a good year.
He's had a great year, I think, and I think that's maybe something that
Big
if
diesel.
they had have persisted with some tight ends rather than moving away from that when they were winning games and they were winning them easily with the run and the tight ends.
Tight
AJ
ends 7
Brown,
on the year in fantasy too.
yeah, AJ Brown, like sort of came good towards the sort of middle part of the year. That's when they started to lose games. But he had he had a solid year. Did he go over 1,000 yards?
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
He went
Yep,
for
just.
1,003
Yeah. So 1,000 yards. Oh, look, it's hard to pinpoint what went
in
wrong.
15 games.
And I'd love to hear from an Eagles fan perspective because you're probably going to know a lot more than what we would. But it just looked like they were trying things that you clearly know Jalen Hurts can't do. And probably things that they moved away from a run game that actually won them a championship, and things that just like these exotic looks or whatever it was, and just bad moments. But for me,
Got some figures for you on this too.
yeah, but for me, in this game, if you're saying that I'm the man and you go to a GM and you go to a coach and you say, I'm the man, I want to be the man, I should be having the ball in my hands. And then it comes to the most pivotal moment of the match and you sort of soda it.
Soda.
I think you've got it. You can't just walk out you can't just then, if you're happy to talk to the media all year and actually cause conflict all year for your team, but then you leave and don't talk to the media after a game where you haven't performed well, that doesn't sit right with me.
No.
I'm not saying that he lost in the game. I'm not saying that he had a bad year. I think overall they all had a bad year. But in this particular game, AJ Brown, if you perform like that, after all the talking, you face the music. You actually get your book out and you actually read a poem or a psalm from your book or what you've been reading. And you actually face the music because you had a bad performance. Don't just go leave and then not say anything.
This is
the whack.
This year was his third highest target total through his career. He had his second lowest yards per target. So it was by 0.01 of a yard.
Yep.
And it was his lowest yards per catch for his whole career.
Yeah. So low ADOT.
Low ADOT, but also, so low ADOT, but he had 121 targets this year and only had 78 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, to me, it just looked like overall the offense didn't click.
I think an offensive coordinator, a new one, will help. I think a lot of their issues came from that.
Absolutely, though. If you're clearly Jalen Hurts, there's things that he can't do. Let's acknowledge that. But he clearly does things that a lot of other quarterbacks can't do.
Design runs, which they sort of went away from a lot.
Why are you going away from run pass options when that's literally what won you a Super Bowl?
Yeah. So I've got a fan submitted question.
Yeah.
So my name's not attached to this. He said, I want to know what Tommy thinks of the possibility of trading away Jalen Hurts is.
0. More because I think AJB will request a trade. I think he'll request a trade. And I think it's going to be hard to do anything more than that. To me, I think it's a culture issue there.
Yeah.
In that team, you've got some who are speaking out against others or some who are doing that. I think they just need to do what's good for individuals and say, if you want to be here, you can stay here. If you don't want to be here, you can get rid of them.
I think, unequivocally, if I was in charge of the Eagles, I would be sending AJ Brown. He would be traded as soon as a trade went. As soon as you get something that's I'm getting fair value, get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's a cancer to that team, I think, now.
Yeah. And I think as we saw it, there's a clip that's going around in that last episode of Hard Knocks, him and Sirianni are on the same page, Hurts and Sirianni are on the same page. There's other quarterbacks and coaches that we've seen that haven't been on the same page and those players have come out and said, I probably want him gone. It's me or him. And so I think Hurts will stay there. I think you'll see some other names that are shipped off.
Yeah.
Yep. Like it.
100%.
Anything from that game, like any whacks or anything that I'm missing?
I'm just going to whack. I've got to whack for people that doubt Brock Purdy and just say he's a system quarterback. Like, look at his support. Yes, he's got CMC still in the backfield, but he just knocked out the reigning Super Bowl champion with Demarcus Robinson as his leading receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't just, and this is the thing that we spoke about earlier in the year, Mac Jones being better than, like, he also, like, 9 carries, I think, like, there's some kneel down yards in there too.
Yeah.
So 9 carries for 24 yards. Like, he made some plays, like, you got to respect his legs. I think people that don't respect his talent don't know ball.
I think they're people who don't actually watch. I think they're the people who go, how did San Fran go today? Oh, Brock had 18 of 31. He sucks.
He's not that good. Like, he made plays. So if you don't put respect on Brock Purdy's name, yes, he does throw an interception pretty much every game. But you know what? That's because but that's like he's actually trying to test and he's pushing the boundaries. Can't argue with him. Like, he's winning games, and to think that you get that from Mr. Irrelevant, like, and just to sit there and call him a system QB, it just doesn't work for me.
And he's been doing it with a pretty, like, they've had to score points because and we'll get to it in the slate, but that defense is honky tonk.
Like 13 points in the last quarter to win the game.
Yeah.
Big. All right. LA Chargers 3, New England 16.
Yeah, he broke my heart, Herbie. Broke my heart. Yeah, at halftime it was 3-3. I seriously thought at that stage I was even more confident that Chargers would be able to run away with it. But you know, there's a reason they finished up the top, 14-3. You know, so Drake May played well. He's a little. How you going for a little bit? Probably not the normal, you know, dominant game, but they probably came up against a tougher opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Established the run. Ramondre got going. It's going to be a bit of a thorn in Travion's side for fantasy next year, I reckon, because he's just playing so well. Like that tandem. Not saying that Travion's not going to have some big games, but you know, if you've got him in Dynasty, you want that running back one upside, and while Ramondre's there, I really don't think
it'll be matchup dependent, I think.
Yeah, so
you're right, because like Stevenson's a bruiser, hey, and then Henderson's that guy that can get outside the tackles and get into space.
Yeah, so you know, it was a pretty you know, after the games we'd had, it was a pretty bit of a snooze fest. But yeah, New England get it done. On the other side, really disappointing. Another pretty bad playoff loss. Another first round exit for the if man, apparently. I get the offensive line, but you've just got to play through that, in my opinion. Elite quarterbacks can get the ball out quicker. Yeah, so where to for them, I'm not sure.
Greg Roman sacked. OC sacked.
Yeah, so I don't know where to, but yeah, they sort of. It'd be different if New England just came right out the gate, but to have them, you know, 3-3 at halftime, the defense is holding up there at the bargain, and then sort of just not have anything. I think he got sacked 6 times, a couple of fumbles. So I don't know. Hampton played, but probably only had a couple of snaps. Is that right? Yeah, that went against him. So yeah, really disappointing. Been pretty consistent, you know, on my thoughts on Herbert. He's closer to Dak than those elite quarterbacks, and unfortunately,
Dak's better than him.
I
don't know. I just, it's an interesting.
But I just think put any of those top 5, top 6 quarterbacks on this team yesterday. I feel like they probably play better, and that's sort of been my knock on him for the past few years. So doesn't get much criticism either. So yeah, you're gonna have to cop it. He didn't play well, and the offensive line, but Brock Purdy's thrown to fucking garbage men and plumbers, and fucking so's Josh Allen. So you just got to find a way. But credit to New England. We'll get into it at the start. They got a task. They got a task next week against those boys. So, but I'm not sure Keenan's back next year. I would love to go back through and just see how many targets Keenan Allen's getting. I feel like it's just from the games. I'd have to go back through the stats, but I feel like he's getting more targets than someone like a Lad McConkey. Now, is that
he had 122 on the year?
Yeah, and I was just talking about in the last sort of 4 to 6 weeks. Why is Keenan? What's going on? Why is Keenan out?
Lad only had 106, so he out targeting by 16 on the year.
You know what I mean? So
that's
you've got a bloke who's 33 out targeting, an up and coming receiver. Now I'm not saying that's good or bad, but you probably want to be targeting, the guys with, I would assume, more juice. Maybe I'm seeing something that, isn't there, but they've got a full assortment of weapons. And it was
got a little theory on it.
A pretty bad loss. So
I think
losing's one thing, but losing in that fashion's probably, and now we go. This is the third really bad loss that they've had with Herbie at the helm. So
I think why he's probably going to Keenan so much, my theory would be that pressure that he's feeling. Because I think he does. You're going to be under pressure against his Patriots.
Well, Tommy's been
the game plan. You've got
Tommy's been consistent on that and saying he just doesn't handle pressure.
Yeah, he's great when he's not under pressure, but the pressure's going to come. Teams that they know that that's a recipe for you. So you need to stand up and get to a point where you can actually play pressured.
Yeah.
But Keenan Allen getting 8 targets, I would think he's not yes, he's older and he probably doesn't have the same juice he used to, but his release off the line is better than McConkey's.
Yeah.
His technique is better than McConkey's. So Herbert's probably thinking, right, who's going to be open 2 seconds in? It's going to be more Keenan than it's going to be Lad.
Yeah.
I think maybe in his prime, I'd agree with that. He's pretty old now, though. I think he's just a big body.
Yeah.
I think he's a lot bigger body than Lad. I listen to everything everyone said. I get, coming into this, what's he, 13 and 33 in the course of his career now, Herbert. Against teams
above 500.
Above 500.
Yeah.
So that's not good enough, and I accept that. But I think this year especially, I will give him the reason I'm giving him a pass. And from me, I'm in terms of fantasy, I don't get down with him, but in terms of a talent, he's the only reason they got there. He's the only reason they got there.
But you could say that about fucking so many teams.
No, but if you watch the games, and he got back out there with a broken hand, and he did so with an offensive line that was just dead. Get Joe back, get his hand back, which is his throwing hand, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah, Charles Peterson.
Yeah. So get that back. I don't know what they'll do with Keenan, and I don't know why we're going to Keenan more, but I'll say this, Lad does have to improve because in terms of an asset, 190 yards in total over the last 7 games of a season is not good enough, Lad McConkey. No. That is not good enough.
Lad McDonkey.
And saying that, there was a game where he had nearly 100 yards in there.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
Overall, I think they'll be okay. They'll get healthy next year. The Patriots, we just have to give them a bit more respect. They're just a team.
Gonzalez is a dog.
Yeah, I think they're all dogs, and I think Vrabel's a really good coach. And they did what they had to do, and they got it done.
How good's Vrabel just been so happy after, I think it was Barmore or someone's come off and just give him the old fucking headbutt and bang.
Yeah.
He's like bleeding. He's like, yeah, how good's this? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the bloke's insane. Players coach.
Saying that, if Chargers next year, moving forward, if Herbert continues to struggle in big games, continues to struggle in pressure, struggles in playoffs, I will have a different attitude with you.
Yeah. So I'm where you'll be next year, but I'm already there. I just from everything I'm seeing, he just loses big games. He chokes them. Like it happens against good teams. Now it's happened again. Like look, if they came and it was 13-16, I'd probably be a little bit like, like it is what it is. But like it's just the third game in a row where no more excuses. Like we smash players and we smash, like there's people smashing Jalen Hurts and he won a fucking Super Bowl. Like why is Herbie getting away with it? So
but like I think the people who are smashing Jalen Hurts, like if you come to me, if you come to me and say, like, if you were to say that offense is worse with Jalen Hurts than worse without him, like you're just a casual and you don't watch. Like, you know what I mean? Like
you hear that?
if you were to say that Jalen Hurts is bad for that offense, like you're an idiot. Like, quite frankly, they
you
just
don't
had
respect
they
had
had
respect them, do you?
Oh, mate. If you,
Anyway,
just a casual shit, just a casual.
A few casuals in there.
Yeah.
All right, Buff. I'm gonna sit back. All right, where you go?
Houston 30, Pittsburgh 6. Looking at that, horrible. It sucks. Hurt. Missed opportunities earlier in the game. Like our defense generated some turnovers on Stroud.
You're right, happy?
I hear it.
Mm.
Yeah. Tomlin gone. Rodgers remains to be seen. I suspect if Tomlin's not coming back, he's not coming back. But yeah, I've got thoughts on that we can discuss later another time. But yeah, 1 point down at 3/4 time to get blown out like that in the last quarter is pretty disappointing. And for Rodgers just to capitulate, I just think like that Texans defense is just next level. It's next level. And I don't know what you're laughing about. Because if I hear the words that there's a team that the other teams would have put up a bigger fight, we were in the game, and I actually can look through the score lines from this year, and they belted Baltimore 44-10. So if I hear that shit come out of your mouth, Stephen, right? If I hear the shit that like the Bengals would have put up more of a fight, you guys are no, you wouldn't have. You guys are
I reckon you would have.
right? No, you can't. You can't. Like they played the Ravens, who were better than the Bengals, and they belted them 44-10 this year.
Yeah.
So I just think that credit where credit's due. Like their defense papered over. I don't think Stroud played that well. He didn't play that well.
But that's what I mean.
That's the thing. That's
why I think we would have, because we're offensively we're better than Ravens and Pittsburgh. That's why I think we would, because I think that scoreboard pressure that would have rattled them. And that's honestly at halftime, I genuinely thought that's what was going to happen.
That missed opportunity, those missed opportunities of those fumbles, and like having 6 points, it just killed us. And then as soon as they went to, I think Tone Diggs said it on Pat McAfee, as soon as they went to 10-6 up, whatever it was,
it's hard.
It's like that's over. Like they hit the 51-yard field goal. It was like 10 minutes 30, and I was sitting there with Simon and Benny at the pub watching the game, and it that was like, oh shit, we're not going to score it. We can't score a touchdown on these blokes. We need a miracle here. So yeah, disappointing. Sucks. There's a lot of like you could go full blown rebuild. I'd like to see us keep the young core.
So who would you keep? Who would you get rid of, and who would you keep?
Well, it really does depend on who comes in as a coach, and what we do with Aaron. Because if Aaron wants to come back, there's no quarterback answer we have at the moment. So if Aaron wants to come back for a year on a smaller deal, like as a bridge, I'd almost let him.
God, is he going to come back though to not win? Like this is a man that's like.
Well, that's the
how
thing,
many
because if
years,
he
you
comes
know?
back, then we probably need to we're running most of the crew back.
Yeah,
But
so
we would have to then address and go and set. What I'd probably be trying to do then would be like, can we get an AJ Brown or an Ayuk and put them in the offense?
I think
Yeah,
you'd
I
rather
don't
do
know.
that. Like you've already got a
Yeah.
bunch of aging guys.
Yeah. So in that sense, like if we're going full tear down rebuild, I'd want Ramsey gone.
Yeah, but
I'd be looking to get picks for the future and knowing that we're not going to get the answer this draft, but it's more for next year and the year after, and then hopefully we can get an Arch or a Dante Moore.
I got
those guys.
I got a bold prediction for you, Buffy, that I reckon you guys might sign Mac Jones. I think he'd be the perfect quarterback with a young coach. Worst case, 1 year deal, 1 year prove it deal. Like we've seen players sign 1 year prove it deals and it's worked out. Oh, like Baker's probably, like not a great example now, but he's still.
He started well. Like
we've seen teams like Danny Dimes. Who else is there? Sam Darnold. We've seen teams go on these 1 year proof deals. He's bounced around a little bit. I think he'd be the perfect new fresh face, different sort of to what you've sort of had. And and then worst case it just blows up and you tank anyway. So
the other guy that we've got on our roster is Bill Howard, who hasn't seen any game action, who might be worth, because he was injured most of the off season. So it might be all right to have a look at him during camp. He went as a 6th-round quarterback, but he was a dog in college. And led Ohio State to a national championship. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, super disappointing. Obviously, thank you to Mike Tomlin. Thank you. 19 years.
Yeah, got to give Mike some credit.
No one can people can sit there and point him and go, oh, he hasn't won but he won a Super Bowl. He went to another one, 8 division championships, never had a losing season. Like third all time. Oh, sorry, he's 9th all time in wins in the league, and he's tied for most wins for Steelers head coach. And I think that's a huge achievement.
And to be fair to him, you look at the last few years, like
some of the
he's had a dog dick roster.
Some of those playoff losses, like we had a shitty Ben Roethlisberger, like we had the end of Ben Roethlisberger. We had Mason Rudolph start a playoff game.
You've always had
we had
defense
Duck Hodges. Duck Hodges start a playoff game.
Hang on. Let me take
I'm
that
not.
back,
I'm not
actually.
copping that because that's him who makes that decision.
Yeah,
there's been years and years where he could have actually gone, you know what?
We need to get rid of
we need to do this. Because if we're going to be sustainable and we're going to move forward, and by this time it would have been really good, that could have been done already.
Yeah.
Every year, though, to sustain, this is my view, to prolong his career, to prolong his success and be above 500, he brings in people that can get him to 10-7 or to get him to a thing. And then they just get in and they just make it. And it's the same thing every year. We know what his offense is. His offense is tough, gritty. His defense tough, gritty, grind games down, make it a dogfight. That's not sustainable in today's NFL.
League shifted.
So I think in the direction that they choose, they got to bring in someone who, and we'll talk about it with the
coaches.
The
carousel.
Segue.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Well, I think we can start with the Steelers. Steelers, what I think they need is a coach who's young, understands the game at a different level, and there's a couple of names who've been linked there, and Shula.
Shula's probably the top of the list, isn't he? Like defensive coordinator at the Rams, done some pretty fantastic work over there, considering like how much all the players that they lost, after that, like that Super Bowl run they had, and the players that they lose, and Duck Donald leaving, they trade away Ramsey, all those things sort of happening. But to bring in like make Jared Verse one of the best players in the league, and set up a scheme where those guys can be successful, and it fits the Pittsburgh mold of defense.
Yep.
And I think because he's young, he'd be a player's coach. The other guy that I like is Freeman from Notre Dame, but I don't know whether he's willing to leave the college system for an NFL job. I mean, like to have the Notre Dame college job is massive in itself. But I think the allure of Pittsburgh over another NFL franchise
it's massive.
is the opportunity for tenure, and you'll get grace coming in the first couple of years, like you will. Like we're not expecting to win playoff games next year or the year after, probably. But I think knowing that, like, right, well, if I put in and I can make an impact here, like I will be here. I could be here for 20 years or 10 years. So maybe Freeman can have his head turned by that. But Brian Flores that was Alfred in the background.
I was wondering.
He's having a sip. He's having a sip.
Yeah, he's got on the trough, mate. He's having a little sip. Brian Flores is interviewing for the job. I thought he was stiff at the Dolphins. He came to us. But yeah, like he's a good coach. So we'll see. I don't want McDaniels. I'd like McDaniels as an OC. I do not want McDaniels. I don't think I want an offensive minded head coach. I think like we probably need to stick with that Pittsburgh identity of tough, defensive minded, but get someone younger in and get fucking Arthur Smith out of our city. I don't want him.
Yeah, well, as they're saying, they think Brian Flores, Shula are the top dogs there.
Yeah.
If you want to get rid of, or we can just talk about probably the better teams. Let's talk about the Ravens. Harbaugh is gone. John's gone. The name that keeps coming up is Jesse Minter, who is the Chargers defensive coordinator.
He's on the interview list for every vacancy, by the way. He's got a ticket from every single team that has a vacancy, has reached out to Minter and the Chargers for an interview.
Yeah.
So he's the it name. He's the most in-demand coach in this cycle.
Not Stefanski?
Minter. Well, Stefanski's obviously got the head coaching experience, but Minter's been looked at for every single job vacancy. So I think that idea of like they're trying to get like this year's Liam Cohen. They're trying to get like when Tomlin took the job at Pittsburgh, he was a defensive coordinator at Minnesota and he'd only been in the DC role for a year. Yeah. And he was like 30 years old. Yeah. So I think like they're trying to find that like next Sean McVay style coach. So I think Stefanski's probably the best coach out of the lot.
What about Cliff Kingsbury? Cliff Kingsbury at the Ravens, saw what he did with Daniels as an offensive coordinator. It could make sense.
Could make sense. Would you rather him as an OC or would you want him as a head coach?
OC.
I think I want him as an OC. I don't think I want him as a head coach. I think him being able to focus primarily on being that offensive like innovator, and that's why I think McDaniels would be great as an OC. Just you see what happens when people get spread too thin. Dan Campbell had it happen this year where he relieved his OC of the play calling duties because the offense wasn't working, but he's more that CEO style coach. And because he was focusing so much on offense, other things start to slip.
Yeah.
Whereas I think like you put Kingsbury or McDaniels into that role, and like I reckon McDaniels would be great in Baltimore, by the way, too.
They
like,
think
as an OC.
In terms of the market, I think McDaniels to the Browns.
Yeah.
Just because they think that'll help with Shadul if they go that way, or if they go with someone else. But he's leading that space.
Yeah.
Titans.
Andrew Berry, the GM, stayed at Cleveland too. Yeah, Titans.
Matt Nagy is leading to go to the Titans. Obviously, Mike McCarthy and Kevin Stefanski are in line with that too.
Yeah.
The Giants, obviously, they think it's a pretty clear between John Harbaugh and Stefanski at the Giants.
I think Harbaugh will go to the Giants.
I think he'd be good for the Giants for sure.
Me too.
The Dolphins, gee whiz, I don't know what's going to happen at the Dolphins. Again, Chris Shula, Minter, Hafley, Tomlin, like it could be anyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tomlin will end up at the broadcast booth next year. He'll take a year off after 19 years. I strongly believe. I'd be shocked if he coached next year.
Raiders, it doesn't matter. They stink. Nothing can help them. Nothing
No
can
one's
help them.
no one's going to want to go with them. Nah, not at all.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. Like, if you're, even if you're, let's say, like a Robert Saleh, and you've
Yeah.
just been destroyed, and that's the reason why you've lost a job is because you took on a job that was a tough job at the Jets.
Yeah.
Why would you then go to the Raiders?
Yeah. No, he's not going to the Raiders. There's no way. Like, you'd be mad to take that job after you've just been at the Jets.
Yeah.
I think maybe if he got offered the Titans job, that's a different kettle of fish. But
Falcons. I think the Falcons is an appealing job. I think you've got some players there you can do some stuff with. I think they're going to need an offensive coordinator type coach.
So I wouldn't mind like Mark McDaniel there. As an OC, not as a.
Yeah.
Not as a. Yeah.
well, I reckon because just the fact that there's 9 vacancies, I think he's going to end up as a head coach somewhere.
Yeah.
What about Stefanski at the Falcons?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Wouldn't it? He's got the experience with talent.
Harbaugh,
Maybe.
I reckon.
Harbaugh could take
I
a
reckon
year
the
off, though.
Falcons have him. I think
Yeah.
the Falcons have him on his list.
Yeah. And then the Cards, they stink again. So, yeah.
It's not nice out there.
Not good. Not good.
No.
No.
How do we
No.
go?
They reckon, yeah. So they think it's really interesting because like Harbaugh's been linked with pretty much every job. I reckon there's a fair chance to get the Falcons job. I think if Harbaugh and Tomlin, if they said they wanted to coach somewhere, they'd walk into a job anywhere. I think. But it'll be interesting to see. I think Harbaugh will stay in the coach. He will coach next year. I think Tomlin will go broadcasting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
interesting nonetheless. Very.
It's going to be a big off season. I'm looking forward to it in terms of
it's
who
gonna be
goes
awesome.
where. And then after this year, then Ballard goes and Steichen goes. So that'll be good.
Zach Taylor's still got a job.
Yeah. Well, that's another story in itself, isn't it?
Well, who would have thought that he'd be the lone AFC North coach standing?
Not me.
You know why that's the case, though, Steve? It's
Yeah.
because your owners don't want to pay his contract out. That's
Yeah.
they
They're tight, yeah,
are
they're-
that tight.
We're a povy
You
friend.
can see it. Like, yeah, just poverty. Like, just not wanting to spend any cash. That's the only reason, I reckon. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Anyway, shall we get into this? Oh, should we get into this? Oh, yeah, because we're running pretty late here. But
Yeah,
That's
right.
all right.
Slate Brooks. All righty. Let's roll through these. We've only got 4 games this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Buffalo travel to Mile City
Ooh.
I'll
to take on the
this one.
Broncos. So that is Sunday at 8:30 a.m.
Hit us.
I don't know what's going to happen. It's just too powerful. I just don't know. Like, who's going to win? Like, and how? Because Denver is tough. They're gritty. They've got everything. Running backs, cornerbacks. They've just got everything, and they got a man and they got a great coach. So, and Buffalo, well, they're grabbing blokes off the street. I want to believe, but I don't know how they're going to win. So it's going to be it's probably going to be the best game of the whole slate, really, when I look at it. Like, it's just 2 teams that both healthy. Realistically, you'd probably back Buffalo, I think. Just with Josh's experience, I'm going to go with Denver, which pains me to say, because I don't know how they're going to win. If they bottle the run, much like the Jags did, I think they have the ability to stop whoever's left on the Buffalo wide receiver core. And it's just going to be it's going to be all on Josh. Sean Payton's a great coach. He will have a plan. I'm sticking with the team that have showed me have been the most consistent the whole year. Now, this doesn't mean that the Bills can't win,
Mm.
but I don't know how they're going to do it. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Broncos. It pains me to say that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Josh wins it, and but yeah, like if PS2 goes to Shakir,
I think he'll go to like a.
well, yeah, he's not going to go to Shakir because why would you do that? He's probably going to go for. I just don't know how they're going to do it. Like I don't know how they're going to do it. So I hope they do, but I don't know. So I'm going to go with Broncos.
I don't know how they're going to do it, man.
I hope he just puts the cape on.
He can. I believe.
And
he
flies
can.
around the state. I
I
really
believe.
do. But I
believe.
you got to go with your head, not your heart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go to Denver.
I think they're going to get it done. I think that. Sorry, people bloody trying to call me. Just recording.
Yeah,
business.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, look, I think both Buffalo defense hasn't been amazing, but I think like they've looked a little bit better since Milano's come back from injury. Poyer's a huge loss if he's out. But I feel like there's times where like Denver, yes, they're capable of putting up points at a bunch, but I feel like they're they're very much like a grinded out team.
Yeah.
And I feel like their pace of scoring may allow Josh to.
Yeah.
I think I see a world where, Denver, it looks like Denver controls the game, but they don't put the scoreboard pressure on. Maybe they take a couple, like there's a field goal or two in there. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's just,
I see
some
what
things
you're
are going to
saying.
happen.
If Stahl if he can.
He just needs one or two plays and then it's just on.
Yeah.
And it's on. And you have a sniff and all of a sudden, like, I think Bo Nix is great. I think Bo Nix is great under pressure. But if the game's a one possession game at the end of the game and I'm back between, I'm going Josh Allen or Bo Nix, I'm picking Josh Allen. And
I'm going to change. I'll go the Bills. You're right.
Yeah, I don't see the Bills getting blown out.
No.
For the Broncos to win, they have to blow them out. That's my prediction.
I'm gonna backflip. I'll go with.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you just said. Give me the Buffalo Homelanders.
Good Bills.
Oh yeah, it is. It's heart versus head kind of stuff, isn't it? I think my head says Bronx, but I've got the Bills because I want to believe.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick with the Bills. I'm going to stick with the Bills. It's going to be hard for them, though. I think that defense is just it's massive, and they would have been making a plan for a long time. We know what they're going to do. It's going to be a tight game, so let's just see what happens. It could go either way. It's one of those ones, but it's going to be a massive game either way.
Nice.
Bills for me.
Love that. What's going on in this group chat? All right.
San Fran.
We'll move on to San Francisco, traveling over we're only traveling north to Seattle to take on the Seahawks.
These two teams hate each other. They have openly come out and said that. I think also it started where our man JSN probably didn't like the fact that he was told that he'd be shadowed and covered by a man and actually didn't stick to that. I don't know. It's hard for me to see this and think that San Fran's going to win this game.
This is the same one. I don't know how they're going to do it.
I think Seattle are going to gash them on the run. And it's going to be hard for San Fran to stop it. It's going to be really hard for San Fran to stop it. San Fran can score. Don't get me wrong. I think they'll be able to score. I think the Seattle defense is a different test as well. But if Seattle play the way that Seattle can play, I think it'll be a different game to when they first met. And I think Seattle can actually control it and get the game on their terms. They need to stop Jackson Smith and Jigba, and if they try and stop him, Sharps and Kenny will just kill him on the run, to be honest. On the other side, for San Fran to win, Brock and Sam C need to become God mode. They need to be in sync. Brock needs to not throw an interception, and but I just can't see that happening. So for me, I think Seattle should get up comfortably.
Yep. There's a man who resides in San Francisco, the man at the helm. Thinking about like how they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's in the lab, Mom. Kyle's in the lab, Mom.
Shani, man. Shani.
And you got Salah just sitting there. It's like, what stunts? And because they played them 2 weeks ago. Right. What worked, what didn't work. 13-3. Defense did their job against Seattle. Defense did their job. Like, I know Seattle ran the ball but it's only 13. If you keep Seattle to under 20 points, you're a chance. So in that sense, that's how I can see this happening.
Yeah.
If the defense, Fred Warner might be back, huge. That would be massive, just spiritually, for them to have one of their leaders return on field.
Yeah.
But because I hear everything, I agree with everything you're saying, but I can see the defense doing enough to give San Francisco's offense a chance. And similar to the other game we were just speaking about. So I'm going to go the Niners.
Yep.
Because I think CMC does stay in God mode again. I think he's capable of doing that. And yeah, like obviously Seattle are going to want to run the ball. Ken Darnold do it as the 1 seed in the playoffs.
That's
pressure,
the other
man.
thing. I know there's pressure.
There's pressure. So I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I think it's going to be close. I feel like it's going to be one of those games. It's like 23-20 or 20-17 sort of style game. And I'm going to back Seattle to get. I'm going to back San Fran to get it done.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Because I just think they're better currently. There's no real rhyme or reason. They're just they're better. I think San Fran, while they've played really well, they've come up against a couple. They haven't faced a team like the Seahawks, and I think they're about to. So I'll go with the Seahawks. I just think their defense will be too much for Brock and yeah. Like while CMC was really good, he when the game was in the balance early on, he sort of wasn't that efficient. But hasn't, as we've stated, hasn't been all year. So yeah, they're gonna have to, if they win, they're gonna have to pull something out of a hat. But I don't think they will. I'll go with Seahawks.
Yep. Next game we are moving on to is Houston versus New England in New England, 7 a.m. on Monday morning.
This is at first glance, I was like, nah, New England. This is a tough game to actually like. Their defense. Someone called Will Anderson a big, scary silverback gorilla. He's a big, angry man, Will Anderson, and they're just so good. So
he's a former high pick for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So, long story short, it's going to be a great game. They're all great games, really. This is probably one that's a little bit more
evenly matched.
Yeah, I would say. It should be evenly matched, but Stroud can't play
out.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, is that? Yep. No, that's not
Concussion.
at all.
If he's concussion, he's in be in doubt for the game at least.
Yeah. Like Stroud's just gotta play better. And he has, to be fair. Like they're not 12-5 for no reason. So I think he will. I come back to me. I'll listen to your breakdowns. Drake's been good, but this is a different test. Like let's let's call it what it is. We just saw Herbie, who's quite talented, struggle. Sorry, I marked that nothing. But yeah, definitely a test for Drake May against this defense. Like we just saw what they did they just wore him down. So he's gonna have to put pressure on the scoreboard early. And make Stroud try and keep up. And because if he doesn't, we saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So
I think both these defenses are are stacked.
Yeah.
My opinion is they're both stacked. With the crowd, with the energy in that building.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the quarterbacks who I trust. I trust Drake.
Yeah.
I don't trust CJ to get to outperform and outduel Drake on the road.
Yeah.
In New England, when both defenses are like, I'd give the edge to Houston, obviously.
Yeah.
But Pat's defense is a serious monster too, and you're thinking about all the things like a lot of quarterbacks are saying, like, you have to go, like, you get a number through the headset. You got to, like, that's what Herbie had. He had the big wristband. But apparently that's what you have to do in New England because it's that loud there. You can't hear play calls coming through. It's just a number. They signal that number from the sideline. You have to have your silent count happening. It's a tough proposition to beat this Pats team, I think, as it's built. So I'm going to go the Pats because I trust Drake, mate, over CJ Stroud.
Yeah, it's going to be an intriguing game. I also trust Drake May over CJ Stroud, but it's also where you can't discount that Texans defense. They are absolutely steamrolling at the moment. But again, has that defense faced a system like Vrabel and Drake May? We don't know.
Yeah.
If Nico's out, that's going to be a big hurt for that team. I think that's a weapon that getting him open is going to face. The Pats might actually sit off the run and actually let them have a little bit. Like they might have a couple in there, but try and protect some of those intermediate short throws. They'll let Stroud have the long ones and take them if he needs. It's a really tough game. I've got in my slate, I had Patriots winning. I still think that the Patriots will win purely because I just think they can move the ball in different ways. Like they'll see what's happening. They'll go reassess at halftime and be able to change it up. We just need to see if Stroud can actually improve because I really want to tip the Texans purely because of their defense, but I need to see more from CJ and I need to know that Nico's playing for me to change to the Texans way. It's a tight game, but you'd have Patriots slightly ahead in that game.
To your point about moving the ball different ways, even on the weekend, they had a couple of times they had both Travion and Ramondre out there on the same play. And I think like they'll do that a little bit more just to test the Texans and say, okay, well,
you want to blitz
go inside, you want to go outside, like which way, like where you don't know where we're going to go with this ball.
Yeah.
To try to play those little mind games with them. Stevie boy, if you come to a decision.
Yeah, I'll go to Pats.
Hey! I never thought I'd be up and about picking the Pats. And
I like Drake May. He just goes about it.
I am, thinking back to the Brady days when I just hated them, despised them, passion. They just, the thing I hate about Pats, just before we get started, it's Boston fans. They just get good teams. Like, they just win championships. I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Rams are traveling to Chicago. They're traveling to Soldier Field, boys. They take on Caleb and the Bears.
Wow. Where's the game being played?
Chicago.
Yeah. And the
Monday,
record of Stafford in games where it's windy and a bit of snow. Does anyone have that for me?
I don't think it'll be very good. Oh, hang on.
0-6.
What? Oh, he did play indoors in Detroit that whole time, didn't he?
Yep.
And then went to another indoor stadium that's warm weather.
I'm just saying, there's a chance for the Bears. This is their chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance for the Bears to progress. And the way they're going to do that is going to be a shootout because the Bears defense can't stop diddly squat, especially against the Rams. So, Iceman cometh. He's going to have to perform in both halves, not just one half. And he's thrown for 400 yards in one half. So imagine what he can do if he plays
breaks his leg.
So I think for them that they're going to need to get the run game going. They're going to need to establish something. But, mate, the Rams won't be taking these guys lightly. I can tell you that. Just as Stafford, Devontae, Kyron, Puka, plus that defensive end. Like, I think there's a possibility of a shootout here, but there's also a possibility that the Rams drop 50-plus points on them.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a possibility of that.
oh, yeah.
I think that the Rams should win.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Who's going to win?
But I think the Rams will win.
Okay.
But if it's a shootout and Iceman is here.
Is he hedging?
Don't hedge.
No, I've got Rams in my thing. I think Rams will win. But the Iceman, if he does win,
I'm going to fucking hell. I'm not coming on if he wins.
Do you have to?
Oh, if that mate, I'm not like some like that just sort of like, don't put. Mate, if they beat Rams, I'll put my hand up. They fucking won't. They won't. Well, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But fuck, watch them win. It's just a perfect storm team. Oh,
Rams. I think Rams
sick.
are too good. Both sides of the ball. I think they're too good. Back verse and Kobe Durant get the job done on defense.
They have been, but they haven't been that good. The Rams, which does leave the door ajar for another fluky win. So yeah, I'm gonna go the Rams. They're the better team. Like, there's fucking no one can convince me otherwise of that. But yeah, as Tommy said, like, don't be surprised if some fluke shit happens and the Bears win. So if you had to, if fucking none of that mattered, they should win by 2 touchdowns. But with what's going on at the moment, and everything just falling into place for the Bears, do not be surprised. But if they beat Rams without some fucking obscene collapse or an injury to Stafford or what else, the fucking kicker misses 4 field goals, I'll get on here and put my hand up.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will be. And I'll enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
Done, boys. Slate done.
Oh, yeah.
Done. Beautiful. Well done.
Fuck the ice,
well done,
man.
well. Yeah. What's on for this? What's on for today? What's on for the weekend? What's on for the rest of the week?
we might play some golf today.
I got a golf lesson, so I won't be playing. And then I've booked myself a massage at Torquay in the ice bath.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. And then I think we're playing golf Saturday or Sunday or somewhere. What are we playing, Tommy? Are we playing? Is that the side?
Well, I thought it was either tomorrow or Saturday, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
It was one of those. It was one of those 2 days.
Yep. Well, we're playing golf.
Yeah,
we played Saturday. I saw some things on Saturday.
We did play, didn't we?
We did play. I saw it.
It was tough.
It was a hard course.
That course tore us apart and shoot us up, spat us out.
What'd you say, Steve?
I saw a bloke taking pickups from probably 2 golf stick lengths from the hole and just saying, yeah, that's good, which was an interesting thing. I'd never heard that before.
Good.
Yeah, a bit of good from about 3 feet off the green. I saw someone hit a 7-iron and the wind caught it. And
well, that was me. Yeah. That sucked.
Backwards.
That sucked. The wind was that bad. We had a 7-iron from 90 meters out, and it went backwards.
I saw.
Tommy, yeah, go on.
I saw a man. Putt and catch his putt as it missed the hole and stop it.
Let us know.
And then pick up.
That's not.
No.
Yeah, I did say that.
No, you didn't.
And then say, I'm good for birdie, which was an interesting comment to say after that. Especially when it took you 5 strokes to get to the green. Yeah. So look, all in all, I learned a lot. I thought I was just playing a friendly game when I realised half I thought my teammates were there 2 hours before practicing. I knew, and no one's really talking to each other. I knew it wasn't a friendly game anymore. I'm just there to get better. So it was definitely very interesting.
There was some big shots. There was some big shots played. There
There
was
was
one
some-
where I saw a man who found his ball, and he found his ball in the dark bushland, and he said, "You know what? Watch this, boys."
Oh,
And he nailed it and recovered it back onto the fairway. It was
they don't
fantastic.
call me recovery roach for no reason. But to be fair, I feel like you said, yeah, I like what you did there, and then did the exact same thing. So look, it was a fun day. Like, all I'll say is 9's enough. I think 18's enough on
I love
a
18, man.
on a course
I like
rated
it. I
probably
love
the
18.
sixth hardest in Victoria. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think 18 is probably a bit too long for me. But
Just don't play Ainsbury in the wind, people. That's our
Yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah.
There's a 550-metre par 5 that played a kilometre long
Oh,
last week
mate.
in gale force winds, and it wasn't fun.
nah, it wasn't.
Anyway,
But what are you doing, Buff?
I've got to take some things back to my place of former employment, and then after that, one of my mates lives on campus at that particular place, so I think we'll go have a hit of golf. Yeah, just get that in, but it just depends on timing. And then we're going to the tennis tomorrow with the
Ooh.
in-laws.
Nice.
Bit of practice because there's no matches on, so I was just going to go check out the practice and
The nice facilities
lovely
there.
Dale. Liv has been putting some work in the last couple of months on the facilities, so I'm going to go
Nice.
check out some of her the fruits of her labour.
Nice.
And we're going to watch the Housemaid tomorrow night. So movie time. There's the new Sydney Sweeney movie.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a couple handsome men in there as well. Apparently.
Correct.
So there you go.
Correct.
So-
And Sydney's a fantastic actress, so looking forward to watching that. And Saturday, I
So
think Saturday.
fantastic actress or fantastic assets? Which one did I miss that?
Actress.
Actress.
She is an asset with her acting ability.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Saturday I've got chores and shit to do. So while you guys playing golf, I'll be hunkering down, getting shit done that I need to get done. So hopefully I'll get another game on Sunday, but I've got to do some shit. So that's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's me, boys. And we'll be focused on Sunday, Monday, the football. So no Friday game this week. No Monday night football. Monday night football's done for the year. So anyway, you've made it this far. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow, subscribe. Yeah.
What's your go-to? What is your go-to golf club? If you want to get your desired result, let us know what your go-to is.
Yeah.
In the comments below. Let us know. 7-iron,
bell.
pitching wedge, driver.
100%.
Double tap that like I saw a couple boys double tap
Mate,
that putt.
There was double tap and putts going on, and boys aren't like, I think, like there's a bloke that is, I don't know how you become a director of a high-end building company without being able to count. So I don't,
Anyway,
He just clipped him. Anyway, we're going to love yous and leave yous right there. Make sure, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
They wrote.